Hey everybody, happy Monday. Thanks for joining us here on Northern Life. Hunter McCullough, I'm Ryan Half. Thanks for joining us here on Northern News Now. Gotta say, feel like it's been a while since we saw you last. It feels like it's been a month or so.
Okay, Ryan, there it is. We do this every month. I feel like we do this every single month. Because it's August now, right?
It's always fun. I love a good dad joke.
So we'll see you next year. And it's
Yeah.
January 1st or whatever, December. When does the year end? December 31st? Are there 31 days in December? There's got to be something like that.
Yes, there is.
But it's a solid joke. It's an evergreen. It can always be used.
It's always going to be great. It's always going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure everybody's probably turned the TV off by now, but we got some stuff coming up on today's
we got
show.
all sorts of stuff here, Ryan. It's going to be a great show. You're not going to want to miss a single piece of this show here because coming up on today's show, we're going to be meeting some adults who are learning how to ride a bike for the very first time. Plus, there's a tree in Wisconsin that's becoming a roadside attraction filled with hula hoops. Some might call it garbage. I say no way.
Yeah, it's not waste. It's just beautiful hula hoops.
Sure.
And I can't even imagine trying a hula hoop at my current age and mobility today. So that would actually be a funny social media thing, probably.
Throw your back out at 30 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my
I don't even know
gosh.
how to move a hula hoop anymore. Hey, for music fans out there, Prince's legendary Purple Rain coming to Broadway. Producers announcing the stage adaptation will debut at New York's debut, that is, at New York's Majestic Theater in 2027, with previews beginning in March. The musical is going to feature more than 20 of Prince's biggest hits, including When Doves Cry, I Would Die For You, and the title song, Purple Rain. The production follows the story of The Kid, an aspiring musician navigating fame, family, and love, with that musical officially opening April 12th.
So who plays Prince?
I don't know. I guess
That's
we're
a
probably
big
going to have
role.
to figure that out. We're going to have to wait for that news coming up.
Sure, yeah. I mean, Prince, a very specific looking human being, so tough to maybe find somebody that can fit all of those criteria to get, looking like Prince. Pretty cool, though.
I think there's probably very few artists out there where you hear their song and you want to turn the radio dial or you want to change songs. Every time I hear a Prince song, you have to let it play.
Oh,
out.
100%. You crank that thing up. Doesn't matter what song it is. He shreds on guitar. You got a slow ballads. It's like, this is nice. Oh, my gosh.
So
He's amazing.
I'm sure it's going to be the same. Those theaters probably going to be rocking and rolling when that musical airs. Well, us Minnesota residents already know our state, one of the best places to live.
Sure.
Obviously, growing up here, we love it so much. Now, it is official, though. U.S. News has released its 2026 overall best state rankings, and North Star State ranking number 3 on the list. Our neighbors doing really well. South Dakota coming in at 2, North Dakota 4, Nebraska 5, Iowa 12, and Wisconsin 15th, not too bad. Utah ranking 1st in the nation. It was judged on 8 different categories, but sadly, as for the bottom of the barrel, Arkansas, New Mexico, Mississippi, Alaska, Louisiana ranking the lowest, with Michigan, sadly and kind of surprisingly, Michigan coming in at 46th.
There's a lot of surprises on that list, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm a little skeptical about a list that's ranking Iowa and North Dakota
Okay.
within the top 10 or whatever. That's a little skeptical. Michigan's a great state.
That is a great state.
Alaska is
Yeah.
a fantastic state. Are you kidding me? Full of beauty, full of wonder, full of just childhood wonders, all that sort of stuff.
We should have Hunter here go state by state ranking the best 1 through 50.
Hey, if they pay for it, I'm totally down.
Oh,
Let's go do it. As long as I don't have to get an airplane, I'll drive.
Sure.
We're all good to go. Let's do it.
Might have to fly to Alaska, otherwise it'll be
there's that.
kind of or Hawaii.
Oh, that's true. Hawaii's a tough one. Yeah, you'd probably have to either, fly or swim.
You
right?
could kayak.
I could kayak. It would be kind of fun.
That'd be fun. Well, hey, Apple TV has now shared a new original Peanuts special inspired by the iconic comic strip by Charles M. Schulz. The special follows Snoopy after his beloved doghouse is accidentally sold at a yard sale. So devastated by that loss, Snoopy joins Charlie Brown on a brand new adventure to find said doghouse. And along the way, they learn what makes a house truly a home. Apple TV, also the exclusive streaming home for Peanuts programming, including the classic Peanuts library and these new original series and specials.
That's pretty darn cool that they're making obviously a new one. It's just classic. Every Thanksgiving, every Christmas, you got to sit down and watch Charlie Brown. Kind of unfortunate it's only there, It used to be on the TV where we all could watch it, but it's still pretty cool.
It just reminds me, I was dog sitting for a couple one time. It's always kind of fun going into somebody else's home if you're, house sitting or dog sitting, and you see what apps they have on their TV. Or like, I never usually watch Apple TV, and they had it on their TV, and lo and behold, that's when I learned that, Peanuts is now over there.
Did you binge it then when you were over there?
I watched a couple things, yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Apple TV's got got a lot of good movies too.
And they have, what's the Ted Lasso? Isn't that on Apple TV?
I think so, yeah.
Super good. And then there was what's the other one? The Shrinking or whatever. That's a great show as well. There's so many good things on Apple TV, but there's so many services. How can I afford all those services?
You can't.
It's ridiculous.
Especially with your parking tickets.
Yeah,
you can't
that's
afford
very
that.
true. Can't afford being out in the open, honestly.
Or
I'll be arrested very soon.
Or at home now.
Yeah, or at home, yes.
Yeah, and with the Blackstone.
Yes.
Okay. Well, over the weekend, Mary and I went to the Marcus Theater down the road. We got to see the new Spider-Man movie. Thanks to our director, Shania, we have this Spider-Man-inspired balloon here, too.
Oh, yeah.
But getting a lot of great reviews. I'm also glad that critics agree with our take, because it has to be the best Marvel movie that has come out in many, many years.
Are you serious?
There's great action. There's all sorts of great comedy. A lot of tear-jerking moments. So for the folks at home, you would have to know exactly what happens in the previous Spider-Man to have a little better appreciation for what happens in this Spider-Man.
But only like the previous installment with Peter Holland, or what's his name?
Peter Pan Holland?
Yeah, Peter Pan Holland, Peter
Tom
Brady.
Holland.
Tom Holland.
Who plays Peter Parker.
Yes, Peter Parker.
Yeah.
It's all messy. But I haven't watched Spider-Man since the original one with, what's his face? Tony Maguire.
Who's Tony Squire? Tony Stark McSquire.
Exactly.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire.
And then who's the other guy?
The middle guy.
Andrew Garfield. Thanks, Shania.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Love Zendaya, though. She's awesome,
She is
too.
great. She is great as well. Yeah. And I would definitely recommend stopping by and watching that. Okay. Well, if you are looking for a TV upgrade to watch some more movies at home, or the Peanut Special, Best Buy, now the exclusive U.S. retailer carrying new RGB LED TVs, which apparently use thousands of red, green, and blue LEDs for brighter images, richer colors, and wider viewing angles. So, of course, since it is brighter, prices start just above $1,000, with many models ranging from $3,000 to $4,000. And experts recommend seeing it in person before you end up buying it.
That's one of those things where I'm just going to wait a couple years, the price is going to go down, and then I'll buy the TV.
Yeah,
right?
and I can enjoy all the RGB lights that come up in that TV.
A lot of different lights.
Yeah, it's above my pay grade to understand what happens in there. Well, hey, coming up, a new law bringing the party for Minnesota's older population. We'll see in a bit here on Northern Live.
Welcome back, folks. A new bill known as Grandparents' Happy Hour is now in effect here in Minnesota. It allows nursing homes and assisted living facilities to serve alcohol to their residents during social events without the need for a traditional liquor license. The bill was triggered by one facility there who realized the restrictions to serving alcohol. Staff would have to become basically bartenders, licensed anyway, and the facility essentially needed a restaurant license in order to serve the drinks to prospective and current residents, which is pretty ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, that's pretty wild.
I suppose you probably don't want to overserve folks. You probably want to know, how much to actually give them. So, but I doubt that anybody's going to really go that crazy.
Yeah, and when you get to that point, you've earned the right. Get tanked, whatever you want to do. Maybe not tanked, but
hey,
get after it.
If you're watching us at a nursing home, thank you for watching, and hopefully, you find some enjoyable happy hours here in the near future.
If you got a drink in front of you, a big old cheers to you from us here on Northern Life.
Yeah, and all of our, celebrity knowledge, our Tony Parker knowledge.
Tony Parker.
Former NBA great Tony Parker.
Tony Dow from...
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
I think it was my cousin who maybe thought, the song Tiny Dancer. Is that Elton John?
Yep.
They thought that it was Tony Danza.
Tony Danza. Yeah. Why would he write about Tony Danza? That's awesome.
I don't know. Makes sense, though.
That does.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza. A new roadside attraction is gaining popularity on a quiet road in Wisconsin.
That's right. It's a simple concept, but one with deep meaning to the family who created it.
The Wisconsin hula hoop tree was created by the Hune family back in 2020. It's exactly what you think it is. A tree on the side of the road, on the Hune's property, you throw hula hoops onto.
It's just out there to make people happy. Really, it's a lot of fun. It's really silly.
Peggy Hune and her family got the idea after seeing a similar tree on a road trip in Iowa. They wanted to make their own in Wisconsin.
But the trick is to do it with the wind. No one's counting, right?
No, you just throw and throw and throw until you make it. The tree is in Cascade, Sheboygan County on County Road F. It's actually on Google Maps. Just type hula hoop tree and you'll find it. One day, you might even be able to listen to a song about it too.
Well, listen to me, honey, I don't mean to be funny. Have you ever been to County Road F when it's sunny?
They still got some work to do on the rest of the song. Over the past 6 years, the tree has slowly become more popular.
And I wanted people to pass by and be like, what is that? I want to stop and see if there's some in the grass, throw them up, or bring your own. And obviously, I didn't put every hoop up there.
There are hundreds of hoops in the tree, but it's harder than it looks. Just ask Peggy's son, Liam.
Okay, I'll go higher.
Well, let's go!
If at first you don't succeed,
Oh, okay.
try and try again.
Oh, we're making an impact because we have a really small community out here. There's not much to do, so it's good to know that we're making a difference.
While the hula hoop tree is just meant to be a silly little thing, there is a bigger meaning to it. Right after the Hunes created the tree, Peggy was diagnosed with cancer, sarcoma in her right thigh. Eventually, it was amputated.
And people started asking questions. You know, what can we do? And sometimes there's not a lot you can do in moments like that. And I think early on, like May of 21-ish, I was like, you know what you could do is come on out to the hula hoop tree, throw a hoop for me. That really started things going, and people really started bringing hula hoops out.
In a way, each hoop is one for Peggy, but she doesn't want to be the center of attention. This tree is for everyone.
It's my way of really showing other people that even in the heaviest of times, you can just do something fun like this, and it's not that bad. Life is pretty good, you know? So just come out and do it.
You can toss a hoop in Peggy's honor, or you can just throw a sparkly hula hoop into a tree. It's that serious, and it's that simple. Just how the Hunes want it to be.
No, it's a very simple thing, but like as you heard there, it's meaningful to that family.
It brings people joy. It's pretty darn cool. I looked it up on Google. It does come
It
up
does
on the
pop up.
maps.
Wow.
Yep. So there it is. You can go visit it if you want. And I was watching Liam, try to throw it up in the tree.
Yeah,
He kind of threw it like straight on. You got to kind of do it. I don't know, like a frisbee or something like that.
he was
right?
making field goals. He wasn't exactly aiming for the branches.
Yes,
Yeah, so,
exactly. I
yeah.
get it though. It's pretty cool though.
It is cool. Love to see a little happiness there. Kind of reminds me of being a kid and just throwing the football up on top of the house and watching it roll back.
Yes.
That's what it kind of just reminded me
Could have
of.
done that for hours.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Well, hey, talk about bringing the outdoors indoors. An Alaska beekeeper has installed an observation hive right in the comfort of his living room, letting thousands of bees come and go through a pipe that's connected to the outside. He says it's kind of like an aquarium, but filled with bees, giving him a front row seat to watching that colony at work. And after one small escape involved about 200 bees, he says that setup is back to running smoothly.
Oh my gosh, I've been unsuccessful so far with setting up a blindfold for being a beekeeper. It's been something I've wanted to do, but I've gone through a couple different avenues.
Sure.
It hasn't worked. Anyway, I've got a lot of questions. Why would you want bees like in the home with you? Are they friendly if they know who you are? Do they recognize you?
I don't think they would. I think there probably would be a lot of problems. As you heard that leak, 200 bees in the house. That would be an issue. I've also seen there's I can't remember the content creator. There's someone on Instagram who shows her work, managing bees that are in places that they shouldn't be, like people's sheds, where she goes out there and she tries to lift them from the shed, tries to remove them, and they're too heavy. So I think that would be the issue too. Would be like if that hive ends up being too heavy, is that going to fall to your ground?
Right, and then break, and then you got bees all over the place. I just don't like thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Don't want to get stung.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good either. Well, hey, coming up, it is never too late to learn something new. We'll be back here on Northern Life. Welcome back, everybody. As we always say here on Northern Life, don't steal, and also be sure to follow the speed limit.
Both those things, very important. Both of us do that, of course. We follow both of those rules to a T.
And clean your Blackstone.
Yes.
That's another rule. Well, sometimes out on those roadways, state troopers or police cars, pretty well hidden.
Sure.
They want to make sure that they're doing their job well and also pulling over speeders or distracted drivers.
Sure.
But how about this tactic in New Jersey? There's a police department who conducted a distracted driving enforcement detail to enforce New Jersey's handheld cell phone law by dressing up as a shrub here, I believe, in a ghillie suit of sorts. Thanks to being hidden here, the police department apparently issued 74 citations to drivers who were distracted by their devices during a 6-hour window on that street.
Dude, if I didn't know that was a police officer, I'd be calling the cops ace. I'm like, there's this weird dude dressed in a ghillie suit that's got binoculars? Like, what?
Yeah.
Was he a peeping Tom or something?
I want to make a citizen's arrest. I want to make sure that things are going okay
Get
here.
the zip ties and
Yeah.
put them behind his back. He's like, I'm a police officer. What are you doing?
For a second, I thought he had a rangefinder there, like for golf, but he just had binoculars. So
No, exactly.
yeah, that'd be a problem.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Wow, interesting. Most Americans learn to ride a bike as children, of course, but for those who were never taught, learning as an adult can be intimidating.
Michael George visited a cycling class where you are never too old to learn.
So you're going to put up your kickstand first.
They say you never forget how to ride a bike.
But what if you never learned? That's when you come here.
So show me your feet up. Yes.
To Bike New York's free adult biking lessons.
We have a group of adults who don't know how to ride a bike for one reason or another. They never learned.
This is it. Have fun, everybody.
Vanita Vaccine says learning to ride a bicycle has been on her bucket list for years. Her kids know, but she was never taught.
I tried on my own, and I've just been really embarrassed at my age that I don't know how to ride a bike.
Getting over that embarrassment is the first step, and it turns out not knowing how to ride isn't that unusual. Bike New York Education Director Rich Conroy says every adult cycling class they hold fills up.
It's never too late to learn. So we've had people who are in their 80s take these classes.
In this judgment-free space, grown-ups learn at their own pace. Vanita's first lesson, balance.
I get momentum and then it stops.
And making mistakes is okay.
I'm just wobbling.
But before long, these students start to get the hang of it.
This is good. Yes, yes. Don't forget, this is all about getting to know your brakes.
It's always fun to see them pedaling for the first time. Everybody's clapping and cheering.
I think when I actually got the balance and the speed, I felt free.
Bucket list item checked off. And Vanita has some advice for anyone afraid to learn something new.
You have to do it. You have to try it at least once, see if it's for you, and go.
Now, these first-timers get to experience a magic not just for kids, riding a bike all by themselves. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Good on them. Takes a big first step to be able to be like, I don't know how to do this. It seems like everybody knows how to do this, but I'm going to go actually to this class and kind of make a fool of myself in the process at times.
It's a huge lesson. I mean, you want to learn something, but it's going to be embarrassing. Sometimes you got to put the pride aside and actually do it, and you're going to be proud of yourself at the end. It's pretty cool.
It is kind of funny to think of folks who are like, I'm going to do this, and it's just going to be me and 10 people, and they bring a camera crew, and you're like,
that's a story we're talking about in Duluth, Minnesota. There you go.
Of course I'm going to be on TV,
right?
You know. But the other thing too, I was going to say was, I'm glad they picked an open area. However, there are a lot of like edges and a lot of like stone there that look a little dangerous in case they did fall off.
And the asphalt would hurt too if you fell on that.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
You learn real quick.
Yep.
Guess that would teach you. Well, hey, cheese and beans after the break. More on that in just a bit.
All right, coming up here tomorrow on Northern Life, our Northwest Wisconsin Blindfold Series continues. After visiting Mason, Wisconsin, the old concert in the corn, we're hoping to hop over to the Benoit Cheese House. What a special place. It was really cool. And a very friendly team, of course. We're testing our cheese tasting palates during tomorrow's Blindfold. Just an excuse to eat a ton of cheese, basically.
Yeah, I love cheese. The cheese was fantastic. Oh, I want to go back so badly. Also, we were joking with the folks at our future Blindfold that for the folks who know it best, they know it as the Benoit Cheese House.
Yes, a fancy dancy, a little French cheese.
Yeah, that's going to be great. Stick around and find that blindfold tomorrow. But before we go, as British food and culture continues to capture Americans' attention ever since the Beatles, you know, Bush's Beans, inviting fans to experience beans on toast at home. Inspired one of Britain's most beloved comfort foods, Bush's is bringing that obsession to life with its new limited edition Beans on Toast kit. The limited edition kit will be available for purchase for $10 exclusively on Bush's online store through a series of limited drops while supplies last.
I don't think we should take any cues from the Brits when it comes to their food-related items, because they don't make anything really that good, do they?
I went to Europe as a kid on a very wonderful trip for choir, and I was very happy to come home to the U.S. for all our food.
Burger, so good. Yes, we love you so much.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.